any young kid that I can get to listen to me, which their parents should avoid this at all costs. I do try to encourage them to tattoo themselves. I tell them how to do it.
Oh yeah.
And a buddy of mine's kid just recently is about to turn 18, and I've tattooed his mom and his dad a bunch. And we're off track right now, but we'll get back on. And I told them, they're like, oh, he's going to want to get his first tattoo, and they want you to do it because you tattooed all of us, and blah, blah, blah. And I told them, I said, hey, look, if you tattoo yourself before you're 18, then when you come in here on your 18th birthday, I'll give you a free tattoo. But if you come in here with no tats and I do your first tattoo, then I'm going to charge you. And he's like, his mom was like, don't tell him that. And his dad is like, do it.
I mean, that's a great deal.
So I just talked to his dad the other day. He's like, he's figuring out what he's going to do, And I'm like, yeah, just poke it up.
It's easy for them now.
I know.
They don't need to stick and poke it. They can just buy a tattoo machine anywhere.
They can do anything. But still, I love the idea that your first tattoo should be underground, should be outlaw, should be do it yourself.
I think a lot of people have these theories on like what's the worst thing that's happened to tattooing, and a lot of people point at the TV shows and all that shit. I don't think that's it. I think the worst thing that happened to tattooing was that anybody could get tattoo equipment. The availability to get tattoo machines or equipment, I think that was one of the biggest downfalls, that it just everybody has tattoo stuff now.
It's wild. And I said this before, and at least 2 or 3, every time I say it blows somebody's mind, but you can buy for real tattoo machines of every make and model on Walmart.com.
Yeah, it's insane.
Just Walmart.com. They sell oil machines, aluminum machines, brass frames. They sell Dan Cuban ripoffs. They sell dildos. They sell every single thing you could ever want straight on there.
And I don't know, maybe when I was young, I wouldn't have cared, Yeah. I would have been stoked to be able to get that. But
the problem is, from my point of view, the problem with the availability to that stuff being so easily accessible is that although you can grab the equipment easily, you still have to have some sort of knowledge and training to it. And it's not a good thing to just tattooing. I mean, if you're going to tattoo yourself, I say go for it. I say do whatever means you want to do. But if you're going to try to be a tattooer for a job, for business, tattoo other people, you need to learn how to tattoo.
Yeah.
If you just want to scribble on yourself and be punk rock, I love that. But if you're a young kid and you scribble on yourself and you're punk rock, and then later you want to laser it off or cover it up, fuck you. You're a loser.
Man, the David Lee Roth story. So I was younger, when I got there.
Some of you out there may or may not know who David Lee Roth is.
Yeah, the original singer for Van Halen.
The only singer.
Yeah, the only singer. It was pretty early on, maybe like 95. And I was younger, so I partied then. I would drink and stuff, and got caught up in that whole Miami party scene. We tattooed till 3 a.m. and then go sit at a bar till daylight. So we partied a lot. And
was it Club Deuce?
Yeah, Club Deuce. Me and Joe Vegas would go to this spot and Emerson would go to this spot called Ted's Hideaway, a little dive bar. Because Miami, it's a different kind of thing.
24-hour town.
You can drink 24 hours there if you want to. Anyways, man, I was sitting in front of the shop. I had a rough night out. I was feeling really, really terrible, really hungover. I had no money at all. I either lost it gambling or spent it drinking or whatever. And I was sitting there on the bench with the piercer, Shelby, and smoking a cigarette, just feeling terrible, man. And this guy walks up and says, "Hey, man, how much to put some yellow in this tattoo?" And I'm thinking, oh man, here's my chance. I'm gonna get some money to get a sandwich and something to drink so I feel better. And I said, $20, man. $20, I'll put yellow in that tattoo. He's like, oh, really? I'm like, yep, $20. I'm smoking, and Shelby's kind of looking at me like I'm crazy, you know? And he's like, well, how much for some white in there? I'm like, 20 more. $40, you get yellow and white in your tattoo, no problem. And he like, I remember him opening up, he's got a hip sack, and kind of like a hippie, you know? Those hippie, colorful hippie pants and hip sack, and he's got a baseball cap on, and he opens his wallet, and he's got two $20 bills in there, and he's like, all right, can we do it? And I said, yeah, man, let me just finish this cigarette and I'll tattoo you. Kind of being short with him, and I never really even looked at his face, you know? And Shelby's just kind of like staring at me like she knew who it was. I didn't know yet. And I got up, I finished my cigarette, I go, all right, man, come on, let's go. And we go inside, and I go to open the door for him. He goes, what's your name? So my name's Greg. And he reaches out to shake my hand. He goes, nice to meet you, Greg. I'm Dave. And when he did that, and I looked at his face, I was like, oh my God. It's fucking David Lee Roth, dude.
Well, in the hot off the press, in the new news, I guess you probably heard that they have halted the production of the penny.
Yes.
They have halted the production. They have not, there's no word on the street of whether they're going to decommission the penny, which has been in the works for over 10 or 15 years. There have been talks about what it's going to take to take the penny out of our currency and round all sales to the nearest nickel. So who knows when that's coming. But they have, as of right now, there will not be a 2026 penny.
And does this give you anxiety?
For those of you,
I don't know if people know,
for those
but
of you,
Oliver is a penny hoarder.
I'm a penny hoarder. Yeah, so I'm gonna continue to hoard as many pennies as I can. Like now, I'm in like crisis mode, so every penny I can get a hold of, I'm gonna get them all till the end. So we'll see what happens.
I remember one of the first times you got in my car, you were instantly picking through my change, pulling the pennies out of there.
Yeah, it's funny when I do that to people. People that know me just assume that I'm going to take the pennies that are wherever I see.
Yeah.
But people, when I don't know them that well, I just start taking their pennies. Like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, you don't want these. And they're like, I do want them. Well, then I'm stealing them.